Okay, good afternoon, Sir Kamer and all friends. Today I will present our journal review entitled English as a Foreign Language for Students of Stakin Kupang, a study of learners' needs. I will start from the research aim. Actually, research aim of this journal is to determine the situational analysis of English language as a foreign language for Stakin Kupang students. The next one is research significant. Actually, there are two research significant of this journal. The first is to aid English tutors or instructors in understanding their student motivation, prior knowledge, study preferences, and personal background. The third one is to determine the content of the English course materials, such as kinds of younger students need to learn, whether it is for academic or professional goals. The next one is the reason of the researcher to choose this topic. There is a limited availability of English textbook for religious education, particularly in the context of Christian religious education, while some books have been amalgamated to support the teaching of English for students enrolled in the Christian religious education program. There is a growing demand for a dedicated course design and teaching materials. The current utilization of two existing books proves ineffective and inefficient, as they are either too cumbersome or overly simplistic for the student. Ideally, the curriculum and syllabus design process should commence with a needs analysis to better align with the student requirements. Consequently, this study addresses the necessity for a needs analysis concerning the English component of the Christian religious education subject at Stakin Kupang. Next, whose theory is used? The framework of needs analysis by Hutchinson and Waters in Highland 2006. The next, what the research design? The first is research method. The method used in this research was descriptive quantitative method. And the second one is research object. Research object of this journal is 272 students of Sekolah Tinggi Agama Kristen Negeri Stakin Kupang, which as a sample is determined by a simple random sampling from semester 1, 3, 5, and 7 in academic year 2018-2019. The third one is research instrument. Research instrument used by the researcher was a questionnaire was taken from research, modified, and translated into Bahasa Indonesia. It consists of 54 statements or questions covering 5 aspects of student needs: self-assessment, experiences in learning English, views on textbook for learning English, views on approaches to teaching English, and the last, views of English as a language. Next, what the data of the article of the research? The data of the article of the research was the answer of the questionnaire given. Next, how the data process, collecting data and analyzing data. The data was collected by using questionnaire adapted from needs analysis conducted by Lee and Richards in 1995. The data is analyzed in 2 stages. The first stage is the researcher gathered the data, then organized and notated it And the second one is descriptive quantitative analysis was employed to examine the data, aiming to depict the states of variables based on the respondents' responses. Next, what the main finding on this article or on this journal is. Actually, there are 5 of my finding on this journal. The first one is they were intrigued by subjects like initial conversation when meeting someone for the first time and those related to Christian religious education. The second one is they also believe that their instructors should enhance their teaching approaches and the instructional materials were perceived as uninteresting and lacking in challenge. The third one is on the contrary, there was no requirement to address genuine conversation with native speakers or place them in situations where they were obligated to speak English. And the fourth one is furthermore, the majority of participants disagree with the notion that their teacher should exclusively use English in English classes. And the last one or fifth one is furthermore, English was deemed pertinent to the domain of Christian religious education, and they took pride in their ability to communicate effectively in English. Next, what the researcher that you plan to do? Actually, I will plan research about a study of need analysis of English material development of Tafsir Quran student in College of Tafsir Quran Science Hidayatullah Medan. May Allah give me to plan this research. Okay, thank you. That's all for my presentation.